So that's a visibly disoriented mother asking the questions that almost everyone today is asking. Let's quickly connect with all our colleagues reporting on that story non-stop for us. Parikshit joins us from outside the Ryan International School that now is shut at least for the next 2 days. Also my colleague Snehesh, remember, reporting from the other school that also has reported a horror story. That is a Tagore school in Gandhinagar in Delhi. Also, I believe Shweta live with us from the DC office in Gurugram. And I'll come to you first, Parikshit. You spoke to the mother. You know, she is visibly disoriented. She doesn't know what's happened. 7 is no age to go, and God forbid, you know, this is a little child. But the point here is, Parikshit, that what was the school really doing? There are so many stories coming out now of how the school perhaps has flouted almost every rule in the book, Parikshit.
That's absolutely right. And you know, the strongest statement from the mother is the fact that when my children go to school, it is the school's responsibility. In fact, the reason why the school has been booked today, Deepti, is because of Section 75 of the Juvenile Justice Act. And they say that if the child's responsibility is entrusted to someone, and under that person's responsibility, if the child suffers a loss of limb or life, it is that authority which will be responsible. And it is absolutely shocking. The owners of the school should be hearing the cries of this mother. She has been crying inconsolably since morning. She's not understanding anything. Her questions are very simple. How did you let this happen to my child? Now, this school, the boundary wall is incomplete. CCTVs are not installed properly. There is no security outside the bathrooms where the children visit every now and then during the day. There has been no police verification or proper verification of the staff, including that conductor of the bus, which was employed by the school authorities. So really, whose responsibility is that? There are thousands of children who go to that school, and many of the parents would be a very, very worried lot.
Oh yes, absolutely. You know, that is the reason why, Parikshit, it's criminal if you do not file a complaint against the school. And why have we taken ages to you know, even realize that there is accountability, Shweta, that also needs to be fixed on the school? Because at the end of it, listen to the response that we've heard from Ryan Pinto. You know, he's obviously wanting to paint this as a PR disaster. He doesn't believe it's anything more. For him, a life lost doesn't matter because, you know, at the end of it, Shweta, he's calling itself a Ryan International School. Is this how international schools behave, where you have zero accountability, where you do not bother about the security of the kids who are studying, Shweta?
Well, Deepti, this is anything but an international school. If you look at the school, and we've been bringing you visuals of the Ryan International School from last so many days, the boundary wall is not proper, toilets are not proper, the classroom infrastructure is not adequate. The report, in fact, that the DC office came out with a couple of days back actually highlights the glaring loopholes in the Ryan International School. CCTVs, in fact, are not functional, is what DC told us a couple of minutes back. You know, the kind of loopholes that exist and that continue to be there in that kind of school, and the kind of money that parents are paying, it does not justify the education or the treatment which is meted out to pupils of Ryan International School. Not just that, the DC also told us a while back when we spoke to him, he said that the report that we have come out with is very comprehensive. It highlights glaring loopholes within the Ryan International School premises. As Parikshit rightly pointed out, there is no proper verification of the staff, including the driver, the driver who's been driving around school kids. So apart from all of that, the officers here told us that they have come out with this comprehensive report, which will then be forwarded to the state health or education department, and the education department therein will take a call whether to suspend the affiliation of the school, what further possible action will be taken against the school, whether they will be imposing a penalty, whether they will be taking over the management. So these are the conditions, or these are these are possible ways that they're looking at of dealing with Ryan International School. But they also pointed out that this is not pertinent to just one school. There are hundreds of schools like that, Ryan International being just one of them. So authority now as a wake-up call, is going to go after each and every such school. They've given 15 days notice window to every school in Gurugram. They've asked them to self-affiliate themselves as to what all guidelines they comply with. And if in case they don't, strict punishment will be meted out to each of these schools in Gurugram. So in a sense, a wake-up call to all the schools who've been earning so much money, who've been taking so much money from the parents, have not been providing adequate, proper facility to school kids.
That is the point. And you know, Shweta and Parikshit, both of you closely tracking that story for us. Remember